Feliz Navidad, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, and all that jazz. Now, let's get into the new year and let's get into those books. Yay, you made it. I've been waiting for you. And I should say you were probably waiting for me because I have been MIA, but not intentionally, girlfriend. No, not intentionally. It's just that these holidays just got the better of me and I haven't even had a moment to sit down. Note that the library is back to its original state, and it did not get there by me twinkling my nose. No. I had to put some elbow grease into it to get it back to its original form. We have done that. I am settled. It is time to gather and talk about those books. And the book that I want to talk about today is, I can't wait, The House of Gucci by Sarah Gay Forden. Now listen to me. I love this book, and I love this movie, and you're going to hear me say the word love a lot of times in this video. All right, so I didn't really know much about Gucci until the movie came out, and Lady Gaga rocked that part of Patrizia Reggiani. I wish I was Italian. I could have did that name so much more justice, although she doesn't deserve that. I'm going to try to be nice. I'm going to try to take the higher road because she is somebody's mother and she is somebody's family member, so I'm going to try to be nice. Okay, so now, when I saw the preview for this movie, The House of Gucci, Lady Gaga sold it. She brought it home for me. And I have to say, I'm not a Lady Gaga fan. And I didn't know much about Gucci. But I was about to find out. So, me and a bunch of us and I, went to the movies to see this. And I was mesmerized. By the end of that movie, I was like, fantastic. I didn't even take a bathroom break in fear I would miss a trick. No tricks to be missed on my watch. I want to see this movie from beginning to end. And I have to just say, I'm not a movie goer. I'm not a television watcher. But I make exceptions to the rule, and this movie was definitely one of those exceptions. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It is fabulous. Now, I'm sitting there, and I'm totally mesmerized by how this whole movie played out. When I was in Target, slightly before I went to see this movie, I saw the book, The House of Gucci. It was beautiful. It was black. It was all the things. And I had it in my hand, and I, like a big fool, put it back on the shelf because I didn't want to ruin my movie experience. Even though I could have put the book on hold. And you know what they always say? The book is always better than the movie. But guess what? I have just read the book. It's not the black book that I originally saw. This is a copy I had ordered afterwards off of the internet, and mine is orange. And I don't like the aesthetics of it as much as I like the way the black one looked. But it doesn't matter because it's not about the cover. It's about what is inside of this gem of a book. Okay, so I'm going to just say this. The movie was better. And the movie was only better because Lady Gaga does all the things. She does what she needs to do to make this movie so fantastic. Now, the book is good, but, you know, it's a little bit more drawn out when you're reading the written word. When you are watching somebody act the part, it's a whole other level. Okay, have you seen the movie? Comment below. Let me know. Or have you read the book? Or have you done both? Let me know. I would love to know that. Okay, so now I can say I have done both. And I would recommend, and I am a book lover, and I am not a moviegoer, but I would recommend that movie time and time again over the book. That's not to say that the book isn't good, because the book is great. It is so great. But the movie, in this instance, is better. Okay, so now that we've established that, let's get into this book. The book first starts out with the murder, which was different than the movie. All right, we start off with the murder, detail by detail, right down to the camel coat that Maurizio was wearing on that fatal day. Okay, so I'm just going to say this. I did it because I was a brave soul, but I Googled the murder scene, and I just have to say, oh, he did not deserve that. He did not deserve that. And I don't even think I like those pictures out there on the internet for all to view. I don't know. Something in me says that that's just a little like disrespectful. You know? I don't think anybody would want that of their loved one to, Google his name and then that image come up. I don't think I'm down with that. But anyways, I did Google it, and I do think that it's a crying shame what they did to this man. Totally uncalled for, totally unnecessary. A life lost at the hands of someone who was greedy. Just greedy. Maurizio Gucci, pardon the way I pronounce these names, okay, was the descendant of Rudolfo Gucci, who was the descendant of Guccio Gucci. Okay, so Guccio Gucci started this company, and that was Maurizio's grandfather. All right, so Maurizio's father did not like Maurizio's choice as a potential girlfriend / wife, Patrizia Reggiana. Let me do that again. I can't get my tongue to roll there. I'm going to try it again, though. All right. I can't do it. Not on call, I can't. All right. Patrizia Reggiana. Nope. Patrizia Reggiani. That's the best that I can do right now. All right, so watch. When I'm off camera, I will be rolling those R's like crazy. But anyways, I would not dare call her Patty. But anyways, Patrizia, she, I don't know. She had a thing about her, and Maurizio fell for her. Hook, line, and sinker, despite his father's warnings, and a relationship ensued, and eventually they got married, and Maurizio was a partner in the Gucci brand company, and he was in a partnership with his cousin Aldo Gucci, I want to say. I could be wrong with that name, but I think that's what his name was. But anyways, who's going to get the upper hand? Who's going to get the higher percentage of the ownership of the company? All of that. It takes us through everything. It doesn't leave any stones unturned. Anything you want to know about this company, it's in the book. So what I was fascinated with about this book is how Guccio started this company, and how he had nothing, and how he was in danger of losing what really didn't even have a chance to get off the ground if he didn't come up with X amount of money. Well, obviously, he came up with that money And he was able to turn this into an empire. And you know, it's when a business falls into the hands of the next generation and the next generation, things change because people don't think the same, and not everybody has a business mind, and not everybody they're just not in agreement all the time. So it's a little bit difficult, but it's businesses run like that every single day, and businesses thrive, and it's just finding a common ground. Well, when it fell into Maurizio's hands and he had the upper hand, he decided he didn't like what was out there in the stores, and rather than keep it out there in the stores because it was selling, he wanted to pull it all, put it in an abandoned warehouse, tarp it, and pretend that it didn't exist physically, even though it did exist on a budget sheet somewhere. Now, that was probably not a good move. And as a business person myself, I was fascinated as to how such a huge company that makes money was the thought process of how they wanted to, or how they were planning to continue to make money by maneuvers such as that. So if you are a business person, that part of the book is absolutely fascinating. Now let's continue on with this romance of Maurizio and Patrizia. Okay, so they do get married and they do have children, and eventually Maurizio decides he is sick and tired of being bossed by his father, and he's sick and tired of being bossed by his wife. He's had enough. He's packing his bags. He's gone to Sweden, and he's not coming back. So he sends a messenger to Patrizia's door and says, listen, this is what's going down, and your husband's not coming back. Well, that's where the story takes a turn. Patrizia gets these thoughts in her head. She inquires about murder. Every little thing that Maurizio does seems to agitate her, and he's basically digging his own grave just by existing. And the day that she had him murdered, she wrote in her diary, paradise. And baffling, mind blown. Like, why would a person do that? Somebody has lost their life. What is paradise about that? So there was a trial, all of that. Patrizia was sent away 4 years. Some people say 18 years she did it and then got off for good behavior. Some people say 16, some people say 19. But eventually she was released from jail a little bit early. But upon being released, she received $20 million. $20 million. Furthermore, she receives an annuity of $1.2 million. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I think that the Italian court system has changed that, and you can no longer collect if you have someone, example, your husband murdered. I don't think you're allowed to collect on that anymore. But because she was grandfathered in, the girl has a bankroll. Yeah, scratch your head at that one. I have to say that there are always certain people that I hold near and dear in my heart, and I don't even have to know them to love them. And after seeing this movie and after reading this book, I definitely love Maurizio Gucci. I absolutely do. And my heart goes out for him. It breaks for him. I wish it was under different circumstances. I think that he was a fine young gentleman. I feel that he was kind-hearted and soft-spoken and a gentle being. And I feel like his life was taken unnecessarily. So, guess what I did? I did it. I did it. For Christmas, I took my Christmas money that I was given as gifts and I bought this. Yeah, your girl is done with bobby pins. No more bobby pins. I treated myself to a Gucci beret and now it is like my credit card. I never leave home without it. It is there in the back of my head. And every day when I put this beret in my hair, I think of the kindness that was Maurizio and the evil that was Patrizia. And that is my daily reminder. Not that I would have anybody out it, but it's my daily reminder to be nice to people because people don't deserve other people's meanness. They don't deserve it. You know, we all are going through something, so be nice, be kind. Do you want your legacy to be known as, oh, they were the mean one? No, we want to be nice. Nice. Niceness gets you everywhere. More flies with honey than with vinegar. Anyways, I hope you will read this book. It's fabulous, fabulous. Until we meet again, know that I love you. Don't let those bad days win. And when you dream, make sure you're dreaming big.